Hey everyone, Cybermat here, and today I'm reviewing Quantum Break. This is an Xbox One exclusive. I mean, technically it is on the PC too, but for all intents and purposes, it is an Xbox One exclusive. And it's a very interesting, unique game. It's of course made by Remedy Entertainment, who made one of my favorite games on the Xbox 360, Alan Wake. And they have a very unique way of telling the story in this game. The gameplay is all focused on the protagonist, Jack Joyce, who is played by Shawn Ashmore. And then at the end of each act, there is a junction where you play as the villain. I can't remember the guy's name right now, but it's the actor that played Littlefinger on Game of Thrones. He's very good in this. You get to play as him, and you get to make different choices at these junctions that will affect the story later on. So after you make these choices, there is around a 24-minute television show that focuses on the villain and his company, and so you get to view a lot of side characters that are part of his agenda. And I have to say, like, the first episode, it didn't really get me hooked on it, but after watching the second episode, I really started to like some of the characters and really want to know what was going to happen. And the whole intent for these episodes was really to open up the story so you could understand what the villain was trying to do, what he was thinking, and get a larger view of the plot with these side characters. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. As far as the gameplay goes, it is a third-person shooter, and it starts off as a fairly standard third-person shooter until you actually get time powers. These are time manipulation powers that you can stop time and on an enemy and just fire a bunch of rounds at them, and then when time resumes, all of these bullets will come and hit them and basically explode. And it's really fun. And you have like a shield that you can use, also a time dodge type thing where you can slow down time around you, and it makes it look like you're running fairly fast. And, you know, those are fun. After a while, though, it does kind of become a bit dull. And they don't really... They add a few different enemies at you to try and challenge you, but unfortunately, they didn't really do much later on in the game to kind of spice up the gameplay, add a bit more variety into it to keep you really interested in the gameplay. They did add a pretty cool platforming section, I think around the third or fourth act, that has a few puzzles in there that involve your time powers. But the gameplay does kind of get a bit dull after a while. Also, I mentioned puzzles, and they do have a few scattered throughout the game, but they're really simple. And they could have done maybe some harder puzzles in that. Also, I think that the challenge could have been, you know, a bit harder for the normal difficulty. Haven't played it on hard, so I don't know about that. But for normal, I mean, I did die a few times here and there, but there wasn't a ton of challenge, and I think that could have maybe spiced up gameplay a little bit, just to make you utilize your time powers in more inventive ways. I think that would have been cool. But yeah, I mean, really, any other negative things I have to say about it are that I do think the writing for some of the television episodes could have been a bit better. But I really did enjoy the plot. It's kind of a typical time travel sci-fi story. So I mean, if you like that sort of thing, then you'll definitely enjoy the story in this. But yeah, I mean, I thought the game could have been a bit longer, but other than that, I did enjoy the game. It's certainly not a Game of the Year contender, but it's a solid game nonetheless. That's why I'm giving Quantum Break a 7 out of 10. Alright guys, but if you've played the game, definitely let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below. And as always, share the video, like it, and subscribe. Till next time.